Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to continue our little series this week here on Verbling, doing some basic English reading comprehension. This will include some reading as well. We'll look at vocabulary and understanding vocabulary in context and comprehension of the reading material, which is anecdotal in nature. They're amusing little stories. So part of our job today is to understand why they're amusing by putting the whole thing in context, and we'll be doing exercises to do that. As well, everybody will get a chance to read, and I'll be listening for your pronunciation as we do that. So a little mixed bag, maybe throw a little grammar in there just for spite, a little this, a little that. A little song, a little dance, a little seltzer in my pants. All right, so let's start this thing. Hello, Shan. Welcome back again.
Hello. Hi. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Elioni.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
To the correct pronunciation. Yeah. Actually,
Elioni.
Elioni.
Elioni. Elioni.
It's a large name. Yeah. That's
Elioni.
close. You can call me Elio. It's a short way to.
Okay, Elio.
Elioni. Elio. Yeah, it is easier.
Okay, that's a new one for me. All right, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, actually, it's not a common name in my country, but I don't know what my parents were thinking when.
Hey, look, dude, you know, my name's Oakley. You think that's common in America? There's like 3 of us in a country of 360 million people.
Actually, I think there is a city in California.
Oakley, California, yes, and one in Kansas, Oakley, Kansas.
Yeah, Oakley, Kansas.
Yes, I have a picture of myself standing by the sign. Welcome to Oakley. One with Kansas, one with California. As a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You know something really stupid? You want to hear something really crazy and stupid? I have a.
Of course.
Of course you do. Okay. Oakley, Kansas is the city. Oakley, Kansas. It is the home of the 2-headed cow. Ooh. There's a sign outside the city. There used to be. Probably not anymore, but a long time ago there was a sign outside the town that said, "Welcome to Oakley, Kansas, home of the 2-headed cow."
Hope to go there. Hope to go there someday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
what a tourist magnet that must be. Yeah.
Yeah. I should go there.
Yeah. You know what? Don't bother.
Yeah.
Okay. I would kind of avoid it if I were you, actually. Hello, Jesus. Welcome to the class.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, teacher. Nice to see you again.
Great. And Carolina's with us as well. Hi, Carolina.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Okie doke. Let's get started. We're going to read these, hopefully, amusing little stories, and then talk about why they're amusing and some of the vocabulary. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start with you, Shan. The story of the wedding gown. Okay, can you read for me?
Yeah, sure. When my sister got married, she wore my mother's wedding dress. The day she tried it on, the gown fitted her exactly, and the mother started to cry. "You are not losing a daughter," I reminded her, putting my arm around her. You are gaining a son." "Oh, Forget about that, she said with a sob. I used to fit into that dress.
Okay. So, an amusing little anecdote about wedding day. Okay, Shan, I'd love
Yep.
to comment something about your pronunciation, but I have nothing to say. You didn't make any mistakes. Good job. Okay, I'll come around back
Thank
to you
you.
in a little while. Well, thank you. All right, let's look at some vocabulary here. Elio, number 2 here. A gown is a what?
Okay, a gown is I don't actually know what a gown is. I was about to ask you that.
Okay, I'm about to try to put it into context for you.
Okay.
And now the story is wedding gown. All right. All right. She wore my mother's wedding dress the day she tried it on. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Wedding dress. It.
Is a wedding dress?
The wedding dress. The gown.
Is it
Okay. Yes. A wedding dress is an example of a gown, as a matter of fact. So, actually, a gown is any beautiful, fancy dress worn by a woman. Okay. For a special occasion, a fancy ball, a wedding. I think those beauty contests like Miss Universe, whatever, those kind of beauty pageants. I think they have a swimsuit competition, and then they have a gown competition, often called an evening gown. All right. So, and often it's described as an evening gown, not just a gown. But yeah, so it's a. There you go. It's a dress worn at a special time. Usually, Elio, insanely expensive. It's normal for it to be way too expensive. Okay, let me quickly welcome Ken before we continue. Hi, Ken.
Yes, hello.
Hi, welcome to the class. Okay, Jesus. Next vocabulary question here. To fit means.
It means to be the right size.
All right. Very good. Now, right. So, be the right size. We're describing it. So this is obviously an adjective, right? And in context, actually, it's not here. It's used as a infinitive verb. Okay. What does that mean as a verb? Couple different meanings, actually. Be the right size. Okay. It fits me. The shirt fits me. It's the correct size for my body, or it could be the correct shirt for my personality as well. That's possible. Another meaning is to fit someone. For example, a tailor or seamstress, somebody who makes clothing, can fit someone for a wedding dress. They size them up. They actually measure them. It can mean to measure somebody for clothing. So a couple different meanings, but yeah. And anyway, that's the general idea. It's the right size. Okay. All right. Hopefully that was understandable. Hopefully that didn't confuse anybody. All right, Carolina. Okay. Hang on. A blank.
Okay. A sob is a noisy and irregular breath for crying.
Okay, and what would that sound like?
something like that.
It would be more like, look, a noisy, not. I don't know what that was. That was like a mouse squeak or something.
It was myself.
Okay, well, it's really not noisy enough for me. Noisy and irregular breath from crying. When you're crying really hard, you can't breathe, so you tend to sob as you try to breathe. Like that. I'm okay. Don't worry. Okay, so noisy is a key word here. All right, is a sob. Not to be confused. I'm not going to talk about this too much, okay, guys? But I'm going to have to let you figure this out. The acronym SOP. Nope, I'm not going to talk about it. I'll let you figure it out, which is something else altogether. Ken, did you actually arrive in time for the story?
Arrive in time in the story?
Did you arrive in time to hear the story or read the story? I forgot when. I forgot when you entered the class. I'm going to ask you what is funny about the story, but if you didn't hear the story, it's kind of
I
pointless.
didn't hear the story completely.
Okay.
Pardon.
That's what I'm asking. Did you arrive in time to hear the story? No, you didn't. Okay. I'm sorry. So I have to apologize. I'm going to have to skip you for one spin around. All right. Sorry. Okay, let me quickly welcome Ivan to the class. Hello, Ivan.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to the class. Okay. Ken, I'll come back to you in a second, Ken. I have another weird question for you, but let me go to Shan, who actually read the story. Shan?
Yep.
What is funny about this story? What is supposed to be amusing about it?
Actually, the story was telling by son, and he thought that because his sister got married, so that's why her mother was not feeling well, feeling sad. But finally, he found that his mother is worried because of her dress is going to away.
Okay. All right. So the funny part is the misunderstanding that the mother is worried about losing her daughter because her daughter's getting married. But actually, that's not what she's worried about at all. She's worried about, actually, not that she's losing the dress, but that she used to fit the dress. Shan, what is used to?
Something we are habituated in past.
Okay, a habit in the past. I used to go skiing every day. This is true. Now I live in the Philippines. That's impossible. A habit that I had in the past that I don't do anymore.
Yes,
that's important. Something that you don't do anymore. It can also be a fact that's not true anymore. All right. Let's see. People used to listen to record albums. not so much anymore. People used to watch VHS tapes to watch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Do they even sell VHS tapes anymore? Do they even exist?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen one in like years and years. Okay. Anyway, all right. You did a good job at summarizing the story, Shan. One small point. It wasn't the son talking. I think it's. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know if it's the son or the daughter. All we know is it's his sister got married. Oh, yeah, could be. So never mind. Could be the son. Okay. Very good. Okay. Ken, I have a Russian proverb for you here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it has to do with the story. This material, there's a proverb I normally skip because it's normally nonsense. But I like this proverb, so I want to talk about it with you. What do you
Okay.
think this means? One rotten egg spoils 20 fresh ones.
Yeah, it happened to the orange too.
What?
Orange, kind of. Yeah, Japanese orange is small and peel is thin. So if one orange rotted,
Uh-huh.
and it infected to another orange. So
Right.
how to preserve orange in the refrigerator to separate each individual individuals.
Yeah, that
So
is very
one
funny.
bad thing may be infused to others. That's this proverb meaning.
Okay.
Well, whatever bad or good, but maybe rotten usually suggests bad. So maybe yeah.
Yeah. This is very funny because this is a Russian proverb. One rotten egg spoils 20 fresh ones. In English, we would say one rotten apple spoils the barrel.
See.
Barrel full of apples. It's obviously, and you're telling me in Japan you talk about oranges. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And anybody got anything else that goes rotten? uh, Anybody else have a similar proverb in your country? What are you Spanish
In
people?
my country,
Yeah.
it goes with potato.
That's awesome. Yeah, potatoes is actually very true.
Yeah, quickly infected and rotten quickly.
Yeah, it's actually physically really very true. Yeah, okay, so, okay, one bad thing can quickly spread. Usually it's used, you can think about it like one bad student in the class can make other bad students. One bad employee who talks badly about the company can spoil the whole group. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. Oh, we talked about this. Who do you think is telling the story? All right. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next little story here. The story is short and sweet. All right, another little anecdote. Elio, can you read this one? Actually, I'm sorry. Let me have Ivan read this one. Ivan, you haven't
Yeah, I'm here.
had a chance. You haven't had a chance to do anything yet, so let me give you a shot at this one. Go ahead and read this for me, please.
A young housewife told me my husband and I never argue, no matter how angry we may be. Instead, we sit down and rationally discuss both sides of the dispute. Then I make a list of all the crockery I intend to smash.
Okay. Be careful about. I heard it twice, but the only one I can remember here is sides. Make sure that you get the grammatical endings of words in English. There was another one. I don't know where it was. Make sure that you don't forget to pronounce the ends of words. This is a somewhat common mistake for English language learners. In some languages, the ends of words are not really important. In English, they're crucial. They're more important than the beginnings of words. So anyway, okay. Now I know there's a couple words here that you probably don't know, but we're gonna. No worries. We're gonna talk about that. Elio, for example, rationally means what?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Rationally means
not foolishly,
Okay.
not
Yep,
foolishly, right?
that's correct. Very good.
Okay.
So they're going to rationally. Do you know what kind of word this is? Noun, verb, adjective, adverb.
Adverb, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's got that
Adverb.
telltale ly ending. Right. So it's used with the verb rationally discuss. So systematically, logically, not foolishly discuss. Yeah, that's it. Are you a rational person, Leo?
Sometimes I don't know. Maybe it depends who are talking with, who and I talking with, who and I am talking with. It depends. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I can be rationally. Sometimes I can't not.
Okay. It depends who I am talking with.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. It depends. All right. So, it depends. A very useful phrase for speaking English. Well, it depends. Depends who I'm talking with. Well, okay. The opposite of rationally. Do you have any idea what would be the opposite of rationally?
Well, rationally.
Okay. Yeah. Well. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. I got to give you that one. Actually, we have the negative ir suffix or beginning of the word. So it would actually be irrationally. That's true. Also, you can kind of consider emotionally as being the opposite as well. Rationally, yeah, rationally has to do with mental, okay, and as opposed to emotional. All right. Moving on to the next one here. Jesus, dispute. Dispute means what?
Dispute. I think it's fight. It's like a fight.
I think you're probably right. Looking at it in context, excuse me, we sit down and rationally discuss both sides of the dispute. All right, the argument, the fight. All right, is this a noun or a verb or an adverb or an adjective?
Dispute. I think it's a noun. I'm not sure.
Yes, here it is most certainly a noun because we see it in context in the reading in front of in front of article the. If we see a word behind a or an or the, it surely must be a noun. It has to be because that's what we use articles for nouns. So in this case, it's a noun. That is correct. However, the word can also be a verb. I disputed. Here's a practical use. I disputed my credit card bill. All right. So you argue against something. It's very common to dispute a bill. I disputed my bill from the pizza delivery man. He tried to overcharge me. Okay, so it can be used as a verb. Here's a fun word. It's fun to say. Crockery. Carolina, what is crockery?
Crockery is cups and plates and etc.
And etc.
Pajilla? How can I pronounce?
What's that? Yeah.
Pajilla?
Fajila. What's that?
Crockery.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
You say so. I don't know what that is. Is that a type of crockery or something? I don't know. Not really up on my crockery. But okay, we make a list of all the crockery I intend to smash. All right. Well, let me throw a curveball here at you, Carolina. What does it mean? A very common expression in English is "what a crock." What does that mean when I say "what a crock"? And hear my intonation. What a crock. I listened to the president's speech last night. What a crock.
I don't know. Maybe it was awful.
Maybe it was all lies, and I didn't believe any of it. If something's a crock, it's a complete lie. Absolutely 100% total lie. The speaker, and this is how we say it in English. More kind of a slang expression, but this is exactly how we say it. What a crock. Meaning we don't believe it, we disbelieve it strongly. Okay, so there's a related and useful and common expression in English. Maybe you might say it's such a crock. Okay, moving on. Ken, you're back to smash.
Okay. To smash means to scroll down.
Okay, if I must. All right.
To drop something and break it.
Yeah, I don't exactly like this definition.
Yeah. I think smash means hit, right?
Well, yeah, to use force. Drop something makes it sound like an accident. You don't when you smash something, it's not an accident. Yeah. Yeah. It can mean to hit. To violently make contact would be better. You can smash your fist into the door, but you can also, well, you're gonna smash some crockery. You're gonna throw a plate. You don't hit it with your fist if you want to smash a plate, right? How do you smash a plate?
Yeah, usually kind of intentional drops or something like that.
Yeah, or you throw it against the wall or something like that, and yeah, you smash it. Interestingly, another meaning, kind of slang. Ken, what does it mean if I say he was smashed at the party?
He was smashed at the party.
What am I trying to say?
Is it negative or positive?
It's definitely negative.
Negative.
Well, it's neutral. Social culture would make it negative.
Negative. Maybe he devastated the party for something.
Well, it means highly intoxicated, very drunk.
I see.
Yeah. So it's a neutral observation, but of course culture would make it kind of negative. Most people would see it as a negative. All right. So there's another meaning, a slang meaning. You're smashed with an ed, always with ed. It's an adjective. It means drunken, and that's also very common usage for this. It's very common as well for people to mix up smash and crash. Okay. Smash is purposeful, on purpose. All right. Crash, on the other hand, if you crash your car, for example, he crashed his car into a tree, probably not on purpose, and you crash into somebody in a shopping cart. You do it by accident. If you smash, then you're doing it on purpose. That's the difference, basically. Okay. Well, all right. Ivan, back to you. What do you think of this couple in the story?
Mm,
The good couple,
yeah.
happy couple, crazy couple? What do you think of them?
Crazy.
Crazy? Really? Why do you think that?
Mm, uh, I hate the argument both of the husband and housewife.
What's that?
Because this argument and with the home with the housework.
Okay. I'm not getting your whole idea here, Ivan. And not understanding why you think they're crazy. Okay, well, all right. Let me talk to somebody else. Okay, Shan. Well, Shan, no, I'm gonna. You got a chance to analyze the last one. Elio. Okay, what is surprising about this story? What is the irony? Do you know what irony is?
Yeah, I know what irony is. I think the story begins saying that they never get in an argument, but they are actually a crazy couple because I don't know. Uh, I mean, make a list of all correct. What is the correct pronunciation of that word? Crockery?
Crockery.
Crockery.
Yeah.
And try to smash that. I think that's crazy. I mean, it's not normal. It's not normal.
Yeah. You know something, Elio? There's a restaurant, not in my town, but in a neighboring city.
Yeah.
And you can bring a picture of your boss or your wife or your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. You can bring a picture to the restaurant, and the food that you buy, you have dinner. Oh, you have a salad. You have some soup. You buy a glass of wine, whatever. All of the different crockery you use during the meal, they let you tape up the picture of your boss, for example, against a
Really?
it's a brick wall, and you can throw your crockery at it. They let you do that.
Did you take the picture of your boss there?
I need to just I need to plead the fifth. Do you know what that means? Plead the fifth?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Plead the fifth?
What?
Or take the fifth?
I don't know what it means.
Okay. In the American Constitution,
Yeah.
okay, American law, which is all based on the Constitution, the Fifth Amendment allows. It has to do with the fact of getting a fair trial, but part of the Fifth Amendment is that you don't have to speak against yourself. You can be silent. When the police arrest you, you don't have to say a word. You're not required to say anything. So if you plead the fifth or take the fifth, you're saying, I'm not going to talk about this.
So it means that you did.
I'm pleading the fifth. Oh,
Okay. I got it.
all right. Okay. Shan,
Yep.
how would you settle a dispute? Do you think this is a good way to settle a dispute?
No, not at all. It
No?
would be it would be very expensive for them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. At least it's crockery, not appliances. I'm going to smash the TV. I'm going to smash the refrigerator.
Who's knows? When who's knows if they are so excited they could just throw it on television also.
Yeah, well, that's true. It could be. Okay. What do you think is the most rational way to solve a dispute?
I think the time the dispute happened, they should not talk to each other immediately
Really?
because yeah, their emotions are very high and very negative. At that time, they could just throw some negative words. So let it be settled down after some time when everything is cool. Then just they point out what are the mistakes from their end.
Okay. Shan, can you hold on a minute? I'm going to go get my
Sure.
wife because I really would like you to talk to her. Joke, just kidding. Just kidding. I hope she doesn't watch this later on YouTube. Okay. Okay.
Another input I just want to put here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
when man got frustrated, they preferred to be quiet sometime.
Yeah.
And when women got frustrated, they preferred to just outburst their emotions. They prefer to talk too much at the at the same time.
Goodness.
They don't want to wait too much.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to take the fifth on that one, Shan. Absolutely. Okay. Sometimes it's good to be quiet.
That's true.
Sorry. How do you spell that? Keep the what?
What's that?
Keep the fat? Fat?
The fifth. Oh, if you're not using the Verbling chat box, you can scroll over to your left there, and there's a little blue box with a gold V. And if you click on that, you can see the Verbling chat box, and I have written it over there. Plead the fifth,
Okay.
or take the fifth.
Okay, thank you.
I also wanted to point, Elio and I earlier were talking about it's ironic. There's irony here because the irony here is, and we've already talked about it, is they rationally, really the irony is rationally, and then we discussed it's really not rational to smash everything you own. So that's the irony, when two things juxtaposed are really the opposite. Okay, we're going to move on to our next little story here. I would like Jesus to do me a favor here and read the story about the best accountant.
Yes, teacher.
This is a longer one, so I'll probably have two of you. Can you read the first paragraph?
Okay. An accountant answered an advertisement for a job with a large firm. At the end of the interview, the client said, one last question. What is the 3 times 7? The accountant thought for a minute and replied, 22.
Okay. At the end of the interview, the chairman. This is the chairman. Okay. Chairman.
Okay. Chairman.
Right. That's good. All right. I'm going to have Carolina conclude the story, if you don't mind.
Okay, outside he took his calculator and realized that he should have said 21. He concluded that he had lost the job. A fortnight later, however, he was offered the post. After a few weeks, he asked the chairman why he had been when he had given the wrong answer. You wear the closets, the chairman replied.
Okay. Right. Any accountants in the class today? Well, let's talk about that. Ken, number one here. An accountant is a who, is a what, is a how.
Mhm. A accountant is a person who keeps money records.
Yes, indeed. All right. Ken, do you know a slang word for accountant?
Slang words from accountant. Maybe
Yeah.
money something. I don't know.
You know. Okay, it's kind of funny, but common, at least for Americans. I don't think the Brits know this one, but an accountant is a bean counter.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a bean counter with Goldman Sachs. He's a bean counter over at IBM. Most Americans would instantly know what you meant if you called somebody a bean counter. Yeah, okay.
In my dictionary, being counter connoted somewhat, how can I say, impolite or.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is that, you know where I've actually heard this in real life? The truth is, I've heard this from people who are accountants, to be derogatory about themselves. Oh, I'm a bean counter.
Okay.
Really? Yes, it is slightly negative and derogatory, but frequently it's
Okay.
used by accountants themselves to describe themselves. Okay, Ivan, firm here means what?
Firm here means business company.
Yeah. Firm has other meanings, of course. Where is it here? He answered an advertisement for a job with a large firm. Okay, it's a noun, and it means a company. It also can be used as an adjective. What does firm mean as an adjective?
Identify.
Sorry?
Consider.
No. Nope. It has an adjective meaning, and do you like to sleep on a firm mattress, or do you prefer a soft mattress? Okay.
Okay.
This is that thing you put on your bed. That's soft, a cushion, giant cushion. That's a mattress. Some people like a firm mattress. It's hard. All right, a soft mattress you sink into.
It has a fur or leather.
Okay, it's kind of hard. A firm handshake. Okay, if we shake hands and I grip your hand very hard and solid. All right, I give you a firm handshake. All right, so it's solid and hard. This is as an adjective now. So different meaning. Totally different than when it's a noun. This is a strange word in English because the different word forms are totally different. They're not really related.
All right.
Okay, so firm can be an adjective as well. All right, Shan, next one here.
A chairman is a person who controls a meeting.
Yeah. Also, it can be a job title.
Yep.
Yeah. Chairman of the board. Yeah. That's right. But anybody can be a chairman, regardless of your job title. If you're in control of a meeting, because you're giving a presentation, then you are chairing a meeting. It can be used as a verb, to chair a meeting, for example. So chair can be a verb. All right. Yeah. Okay. Next, let's move along. Elio, what is a fortnight?
What? Fortnight.
A fortnight. What is a fortnight?
I don't actually know.
Okay. Well, looking, you'll notice the choices here are lengths of time, right? In context, where is it here?
Fortnight.
A fortnight later, he was offered the post. Okay. Does anybody know? Anybody else?
I got you there.
Yep.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
2 weeks. All right. 2 weeks. Okay, Elio? All right. Now you know. You have learned something. 2 weeks is a fortnight. And that's it. That's all it means. Very specific meaning. Okay. That's it. Jesus, number 5. To appoint.
Appoint here. Interview someone.
Well, let's look in context before we do anything hasty here. Where is it here? I lost it. Where is it? Does anybody see it? Practice a little skimming and scanning here. Oh, it's not even here. Oh, that's crazy. No, it's not even here. Why is this here? Okay. Appoint here means to, okay, well, it should be to choose a person for a job. The idea behind appoint is if you're appointed to do something, the idea is you really don't have much choice about it. If your boss appoints you to be in charge of a project at work, there's no options about saying no. Sometimes in government, like the president is allowed to appoint people to his cabinet or to his advisory group. Okay, I don't know why appoint is here. It was never in the story. That's crazy. Okay, that's strange. All right, let's see here. Carolina, what did the chairman mean by the last sentence?
I think that he said that when he asked for the another's interviewers, maybe the others ones say the wrong answer, like 23 or 24, and he was the close one.
Okay, his answer was closer than anyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Is it possible that an accountant? Is this even a possible story? Ken, does this even make sense at all? Ken, are you there?
Okay, I think the punchline says it's a common mistake, probably. Yeah.
Really? For an accountant?
Sort of. Because you are the closest, Chairman replied.
Uh-huh.
So that means all of them made a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, would
But
you
I don't know actual situation. In this gag, it says so.
Yeah, okay. But in real life, would you ever hire an accountant that couldn't give you
No.
the what is 3 times 7? Yeah, of course not. It's kind of ridiculous. Absolutely not. Right. Accountants are known to be meticulously correct and careful. Let's talk about this weird little proverb. Why not? Shan, now you can. It's a proverb. It's an expression. So there's no wrong or right answer here. It's open to interpretation. What does this mean to you? A narrow mind has a broad tongue.
I think who doesn't have the narrow mind, he just not open to all the ideas. He just argue with the other too much, and
Okay.
he just very stiff about his idea.
Oh, right. Okay. Somebody who is narrow-minded is not open. It's the opposite of being open-minded. You're willing to listen to a lot of ideas if you're open-minded. If you're narrow-minded, you're pretty sure you're right all the time, and you don't want to hear anyone else's ideas. Why should you listen? You're right. Okay, so very good with the idea of what narrow-minded means. That's excellent. Elio, all right, we know what a narrow mind is, but what does it mean has a broad tongue?
I think it's someone who speaks a lot without thinking before.
Ah,
No?
yeah, I think you're right. I think that's exactly what that is supposed to express. It's not a widely used expression. This is a metaphor, but yeah. Okay, so putting it all together, what do you think this proverb means?
It means that think before to talk. You're gonna say a lot of um, bad things. I don't know the word in English to say that, but
Yeah, it's.
uh,
I'm pushing
it's
it. I know.
it's kind of if you don't think before to talk, you will look like a stupid person.
Okay.
So,
All right. Narrow-minded people who aren't willing to be listening to other people do like to talk a lot. They like to tell you how right they are. I would love to tell you how perfect I am and how correct I am. Like that. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Okay, we got just a little bit of time, so this is about reading comprehension. Let's look at one more proverb that I skipped earlier. Jesus, take a look at this one.
Yes.
Empty vessels make the most noise. What is that? What do you think that means?
Well, I think that the person who don't have values have is the person who make most noise. I don't know.
Hey, it's very much open to interpretation. Let's, okay, looking at it a little closer. Carolina, what is an empty vessel? What is a vessel here? Literally. Not this metaphorical meaning, but literally, what is a vessel?
I don't remember the teacher.
Okay. Does anybody know what?
It's
Go ahead.
like a chip. It's like a chip.
Ah, well, a ship. Watch your sh pronunciation. Ship.
Chip.
Yes, you are correct. A vessel can be a ship. That is one meaning of the word. This is another meaning. Anybody in class? Does anybody know different meaning? That's probably what this is referring to. Anybody? Ken?
This context, vessel means human.
Well, here, metaphorically analogous. I think it's correct. You're saying what Jesus was saying. I agree with you. It's analogous to a human. But it's Shan?
Human brain, something?
Human brain? Here, metaphorically, yeah, a human or a human brain. A vessel is also a cup, a jar, a can, a container. Any container. It's a very broad general term for something that holds something else. Okay. And if you think about it, if you have a full jar and you have an empty jar, what makes more noise? Actually, literally, an empty jar would make more noise if you dropped it or if you tapped it with a spoon or something. Literally, it would. I agree with Jesus, though, that and Ken and Shan, actually, empty vessels here is supposed to be a person, represent a person. Right. And the idea that they make the most noise, well, it's an interesting idea. Ivan, Ivan, what do you think? Empty vessels make the most noise. So, if empty vessels is humans, how would a human be empty?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Okay. It's totally up to interpretation. There's really a lot of ways depending on your point of view. You could look at this. Empty of what? Spiritual, mental, emotional, what? I don't know. I don't have the answer, actually. It's an open question, really, and you can think about that later. I gotta go. My time is up. Thank you all for participating in the class.